So here we go. What's up, everybody? Grant Wise here, and welcome to our live training today. We're going to show you guys how to set up a video remarketing campaign. And I, first of all, just want to say thank you for being here. I am so excited at the continued success posts that we continue to see with clients and people that have joined our Witly group. If you're not in our private Facebook community, highly encourage you to join it. Maybe Dylan or Carly could post a link in the chat so that you all know where to join that. But I'm just so pumped that we continue to see people come in and take action and get results with remarketing. And it's really, in my opinion, been the secret weapon for a lot of our clients now for years is remarketing. And so if you don't know what remarketing is, just a really simple overview, remarketing is essentially where a lead comes into your business and you create video content or any type of content that follows them everywhere they go on social media until they decide to hire you. It's kind of like when you go to Amazon to buy a product and then you don't, and then you go right back to social media. That product follows you everywhere you go till you buy it. The idea is that we're able to really help you create a relationship almost on autopilot by implementing video remarketing campaigns. And so today, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. My goal is to help you understand exactly how to set up a video remarketing campaign. And somebody asked if this was going to be recorded. I'm just confirming that I hit the record button. Yes, I did. This is being recorded, Joe, so that way you can watch it again if you want. So today you're going to learn how to set up a video remarketing campaign. My goal is to help you understand three really simple things. I want you to know exactly what types of videos to create to convert more leads. I want you to know exactly what types of videos to create to generate more referrals from your sphere of influence, past clients, followers, all those types of things. And then I want you to know exactly how to set it all up. And I'm going to show you guys how to do that inside of the Witly platform. So today, again, videos to convert more leads, videos to generate more referrals, how to set it up in Witly. And then we're going to have a little bit of time for Q&A. We'll probably go about 30 minutes of the training, maybe a little bit longer, and then we'll do some Q&A. So you ask away, ask questions. So I'm going to dive right on into this. Please make sure that you've removed some distractions so we don't have to answer the same questions over and over and over again. If somebody asks one and then that you weren't paying attention, please give me your focus and attention for the next 30 to 45 minutes. And I hope that you'll walk away with a lot of clarity. So one of the things I want to overemphasize, and people really get stuck on this, and creating content isn't always the easiest thing in the world to do, because a lot of people are like, well, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know, how to do it. I don't know all of these things. One of the things that creates a massive amount of confusion is you don't know who you're talking to, okay? Knowing who you are creating these videos for makes it a million times easier to create them. So let's act for a second. Let's just assume that you sit down at a table and you got three different buyers that are right there in front of you. I'm just going to use buyers as the example. One is a buyer that is first-time home buyer, maybe doesn't have all the money in the world to put down, so they need down payment assistance, and they're interested in getting their first property. Okay, so that's the first buyer. The second buyer is a veteran, qualifies for a VA loan, and maybe relocating from another place into your market, and they want to buy a home. And then the third buyer is a luxury prospect, wants to buy a home on a golf course, most likely is going to be a jumbo loan, big, those types of things, $1 million property. Okay, so we got the brand new person that doesn't really even have enough for a down payment. We've got the VA, and then we've got the luxury person. Would you all agree? Hit me up in the chat, yes or no. Are these three people going to be buying a home really the same way? I know some of the process can be the same as far as like the steps you go through, but ultimately, are they the same buyers? No. See Linda shaking her head, no. No, you got a lot of people in here. No, 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 no. No, of course they're not the same buyer. They're different people. They want different things. They qualify for different programs. Okay. But what happens is a lot of us are creating content and we're trying to say the same thing to all these different people. You're in the back of your mind, you're sitting here going, okay, well, I want to create a video about buying, but I don't know, I got to say it for this person and this person. It's got to appeal to everybody. And what happens is you just get so confused because you don't know what to say so that it applies to everybody, and you end up not creating the video at all. Has that ever happened to anybody? You get confused, you don't know what to say, so you just don't even create it. Where the confusion is coming from is you're trying to say one thing that applies to many different people. And that's not how it works. It's just not the game. Okay? Sorry, I keep hitting my microphone. It's just not the game. What makes content creation easy is knowing who you're talking to. Now I'm going to ask you the same question. If you were going to sit down and have a conversation with a buyer, but it was one person, it was the veteran that was looking to buy a home using a VA loan, is it easier to explain the process to that one person? That's a very stupid question, right? Of course, Grant, it's easier. Well, that's my point. Content creation is no different. When we sit down to create content and we have all of these people in mind, it makes it increasingly difficult to create content because we don't know how to say it in such a way that it applies to everybody. Well, look, guys, girls, women, this doesn't apply to everybody. You've got to zero in and understand who your ideal type of customer is. That is what makes creating content easy. Look at me. You guys, I talk to people all the time about niche marketing, really zeroing in on who it is that you want to do business with. And people are like, well, I can't do that. I don't want to exclude myself or I don't want to limit my opportunities. And I'm here to tell you that you're actually doing the opposite by not doing those things. Remember this. I say this all the time. I've said it for years. The person that works with everyone works with no one. I am proof to you that zeroing in and focusing on one subgroup of people can really help you build a big business. I teach real estate agents how to do Facebook ads. It's so specific. And I don't teach it anymore. Now we have the software that does it, but we help real estate agents do Facebook ads. Like you cannot get more specific. Now, people say to me all the time, well, I don't want to limit myself. I don't want people to think that I won't work with them. All of those types of things. Listen. Every day, people hit me up, private message, DM, email, calls, text. Hey, can you help me too? I'm a doctor. Hey, can you help me? I'm a chiropractor. Hey, I'm a loan officer. Hey, I'm entitled. Hey, I'm an investor. We get so many people that hit us up. I think Dylan recently had one person book a call with him 3 different times that was in a nonprofit that we kept telling no, like we don't work in your industry. But he kept coming to us, You will never prevent yourself from doing business with somebody by focusing on a specific part of the market that you serve. So just as a rule, if you go pick up 1,000 marketing books throughout the world, the first chapter is going to say, know who you're marketing to. So when you're creating content, this rule applies, even more so than others. Know who you're creating the video for. And we put people through an exercise all the time, which is our client avatar exercise. We want to understand every single detail about a person that we can. Okay, so on the personal side, genders, occupations, income statuses, those different types of things. On the family side, what's their family status, kids, sports they're associated with, schools, locations they want to be near or stay away from, those types of things. What are their real estate desires, wants, needs, programs, and then what are their hobbies and beliefs, likes, dislikes, religious, political. Not that you have to jump into those topics, but the more you know about your ideal customer, the easier it is to create content for them. That's it. That is an oversimplification of Grant, I don't know what to say. You don't know what to say because you don't know who you're saying it to. That's really important. And so I wanted to start this training by saying, if you're struggling to think about what do I create my videos about, who's going to watch it, all these types of things, you're creating content so your ideal customers will watch it and become attracted to doing business with you. Okay. So then it's like, okay, well, what types of videos should I create? So here are the top 3 types of videos that I would recommend for creating content to convert more of your leads. If you've ever been on a call with us, a coaching call, if you're a Witly user, you get a marketing coach that you can meet with as often as you'd like. You've probably heard us mention these categories. If you've been in any training I've done in the last 3 years, 5 years, you've heard this, okay? But I'm gonna say it again. If you wanna create content that converts, the first video somebody should see if they become a lead of yours is some form of introduction. So who are you? Why do you do what you do? Behind the scenes, kind of glimpse, look into your business, your life, those types of things. And then they should be able to continuously build a relationship with you by understanding maybe what do you like to do for travel, food, life hacks, advice, those different types of things. Micro content has become such a huge thing, which is like stories, those little short form pieces of content, Facebook Lives, that kind of stuff. All we're doing is we're giving the people closest to us a glimpse into what it is that we like, what it is that we're doing, who it is we're hanging out with. And that type of content allows lead prospects or buyers or sellers to build a relationship with you. So from a remarketing standpoint, if you close your eyes and picture a lead comes into my business, the second that lead goes back to Facebook or Instagram and they're scrolling, they should see your face. They should see content that helps them build a relationship with you. It's really, really, really important. That's where that connection starts. When the average lead is shared amongst 9 different agents who are calling with the same scripts, texting with the same scripts, emailing with the same scripts, you got to figure out how to stand out. And you yourself, like you as a person, you're the unique value proposition of your business. You're the unique quality. You're what is unique about your real estate company. And so if you can demonstrate that, if you can show that, display that, I'm not asking you to create crazy forms of content. Literally just pull out the phone. Hey, my name's Grant. I like selling houses because story, it really can be that simple. Second category of content, education. If you write out the buyer process right now, if you write out the seller process right now, you probably got 10 to 12 steps for each, right? Hey, guess what? Each one of those steps is a video you could create. If you sat back right now, the market's been crazy for a year. What are the top 3 questions I've been asked every single week for the last 90 days? Each one of those questions is a video, okay? Interviewing somebody in mortgage, interviewing somebody in insurance, interview somebody in staging, interviewing contractors, people that are relevant to the sale of or purchase of real estate. If you think about it, there's a lot of people tied to that transaction. There's people that might have to update the home. There's people that might have to clean it. There's people that might have to landscape it. There's a lot of people associated with the transaction. But ultimately, when you create content about the buying process and the selling process, you're demonstrating your expertise to the market. So what's happening right now is leads maybe coming into your business and then they're just going and searching properties and doing their own research and doing their own due diligence. What we want to do is we want to create an experience that these people can have that is strategic, that is pre-set up with conversion in mind, with relationship building in mind. And what people want to know is that you understand what you're talking about, that you know what you're talking about, that you've been through it, that you've lived through it. Those stories are so powerful. And the education that they could glean in following you is really, really, really important. Okay. So the educational process. So the first category is that about me type content. The second category of content is that educational. And then the third category is testimonials. We have a training already next week on the books. And then the week after, I'm going to be doing a training probably specifically on testimonials and like how to get testimonials and case studies and how to market those, because those are your best sales tools, without question. Those videos will sell everybody on doing business with you without you having to do much of anything. So buyer testimonials, seller testimonials, if you work as an investor, if you work with renters, it doesn't really matter. But if you can get people to step behind a camera and share their experience with you, those will be some of your greatest sales tools. If you all think about it, your purchase behavior, you learn about a new product, you instantly, has somebody else had success with this product? Has somebody else used it? You go read the reviews. The problem we're seeing right now in real estate is that you're not actually creating an experience that your buyers and sellers can go learn more about what it is that you do and the experience that other people have had using your service. So those testimonials are so key. And I would encourage you, I think we have a training next week again on video content, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe Carly could give me the nod and confirm. Yeah. And then the week after that, I'm probably going to do a training that's exclusively on testimonials and case studies and how to use those. But those are your greatest sales tools. These 3 types of videos made with nothing more than this device right here in your phone, selfie style. Like this is what I create content with today, right here. This and a phone stand. This is how I create content today, because this is what people are responding to. I have right behind this laptop, I have light kit, there's lights all around me. I have camera equipment. I have mics. I have more light equipment. I have all this stuff, hasn't been used in basically a year because this is everybody's reality. It's the phone, it's the Zoom. So lean into that. I think it's the best time on planet Earth to in history to start creating content as a realtor, because we're all so nervous about it. But hey, guess what? Everybody's lives is kind of like today, right? And so the more raw, the more personable, the more authentic the content looks, the better it's converting. So if you can pull out your cell phone and create a video, you can do this. So about me, education, testimonials. This is the content I think, based on my experience, has proven to be the best for converting leads. Leads come in, your videos start following them around the internet, which I'm about to show you how to set up. And this is the type of content they see. This will allow you to create a relationship, to educate them, and to ultimately sell them on doing business with you without ever having to even talk to them. Okay. Now, what types of videos to get referrals? So first topic was videos you can use to convert more leads. Second is videos to use to generate more referrals. I've seen over the last year and a half, where once you get somebody that has become a past client, a lot of people really drop the ball here. A lot of people, it's the only way they get business is through referrals from past clients. A lot of people literally do nothing with their sphere of influence of past clients. And so what we do is we create a special custom target audience of our sphere of influence past clients. I'm going to show you how to do that in a second. And all we've got to do is stay top of mind, add value, just really be present in these people's life, engage with them on social media. We want them to have that same experience that when somebody goes, becomes a lead of yours and they go back to the social media, they see you everywhere they go. Well, after they purchase a house from you or sell a house through you, that doesn't change. Just the experience changes, because you're no longer trying to sell them. Now you're just trying to maintain a relationship with them. Does that make sense to everybody? Right? So the content kind of adjusts. What I'm seeing is that community content is really helping people thrive here. So interviewing local businesses, local hangouts, people that are putting on local movements, events, public figures, local inspirations. Highlighting the community more than yourself really will help you develop a platform locally and will allow you to continually add value to the people in your network, your sphere of influence, your database, your past clients, without having to call every day or weekly or monthly or whatever, text, do all of the things that some of you are trying to get away from. So Content that converts really well for lead gen is about me, education, testimonials. Content that's doing exceptionally well for helping us stay in front of our servant influence past clients, add value continuously, is community-oriented content, where we can just create a video highlighting a local business or about our experience at a local business or whatever that might look like, and then literally spend $1 a day. We've got somebody we just helped release a new community show. I think he's spending $3 a day for his entire network to see this video over the course of 2 weeks. At the end of a month, for less than $100, he will be able to stay in front of his audience every day for $3, which is insane. Okay, so these are the types of videos I highly recommend for referrals. Because again, the game is literally just staying in front of people. You want to stay top of mind when somebody's thinking about somebody that they got to refer. And if you can create content that is valuable to these people, which goes back to this rule, know who you're creating your content for. If you know who you're creating your content for, you typically know where they like to hang out, where they like to do business, what movements they're in, what people they're paying attention to. This goes back to this section right here, where they like to hang out, where they like to shop, where they like to eat. You know, the more you know about your ideal customer, the easier and easier and easier it becomes to create content that you know they're going to like. If I know that my ideal client is a veteran, all of my community content is going to be geared towards veterans. 100% of it. It's going to be geared towards where veterans like to eat, where veterans like to hang out, where veterans like to buy stuff, where veterans like to sell stuff, where veterans like to shoot stuff, if that's what they like to do. It's going to be content about that thing. And I'm going to become known as a specialist in that specific field. If I wanted that to be luxury people that live on a golf course, all of my content would be about luxury stuff and golf. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, if the more you know about your ideal customer, the easier it gets to create content. And a lot of people, again, go back to, I don't want to limit myself. I don't want to limit myself. I don't want to limit myself. And I want to use doctors as an example here. If you think about it, a general surgeon or a general practitioner knows more about the body, works more hours, sees more people, and makes less money than maybe the cardiologist or the heart doctor that focuses on one single part of the body, sees fewer patients, works fewer hours. One's a generalist, one's a specialist. One has way more knowledge and energy and output. One still makes a lot more money, right? That is just one example of people that become known as a specialist for really helping people in one specific area. They are not the ones that are having to work as hard and negotiate as hard and do those types of things. Real estate agents, not that you are specifically, but just as a general term, have become commodities. It's not hard to find a realtor. If you just want somebody to open the door, if you just want somebody to list the house, like, it's not hard. That's why these discount brokerages have popped up. They've become commoditized a little bit. The agents that are specialists, they command any commission rate they want. They don't have to work as hard as just that general person. So where you might say you're limiting yourself by focusing on one subgroup of people, I have case study after case study after case study after case study that disproves that theory, where there are so many people that focus on one part of the market and they become known for that. And it's why they do so much more business. So last thing I want to show you all is how you can set up this type of remarketing campaign in Witly. So we have conversion content to new leads, and then we have relationship content to past clients' sphere of influence database. Before I jump in and demo this to you really fast, there's been a few questions that have come in. I want to make sure that I address those before I dive in so that everybody's on the same page. So does the lens quality on a cell phone look better in the main or the back camera? The back camera is actually better because they put a lot more equipment in the back of these phones than the front. So if you if that's important to you, do it here. But these phones, especially these newer phones, are insane. Like the quality. I haven't really had much of an issue either way. So that I think it's just more of a personal preference. Sorry. Running a homes list, retargeting with a video. Do new leads get retargeted as well? Yes, new leads should be getting retargeted. 100%. Can we quickly go back to the slide that explains how to convert more leads for a second? Here it is. I'll leave it up while I'm answering some other questions. Do I need to recreate my target list, or if I use Facebook leads, do new leads also get included? That depends. You do have to make sure that the custom audience is set up. But once you set it up, it should just continually auto-populate based on what you had set up. How often do you recommend changing the retargeting videos? How many would you have running at any given time? That's a great question, Amanda. So we typically see that 2 or 3 videos running is enough. One of the things you have to understand is that remarketing is just advertising in general. You're advertising to a certain sized audience. So maybe if you're doing lead generation to 40 or 50,000 people, that's a much bigger audience. But if you're only generating 30 leads a month, 50 leads a month, 100 leads a month, that audience size shrinks dramatically. And so the bigger the audience, the more money you're spending, the more creative that is required. You know, we have ads out right now, and we've got literally dozens of videos that are ready to go. As we scale our budgets, that different video and that different look is going to be really important. Otherwise, people will just see the same thing over and over and over again. But because the audience size is typically going to be smaller, depending on how big of a lead base you start with, you don't have to spend as much, and you don't have to put out as much content. And then something else to consider is when you set up a drip campaign, looking at this illustration, well, if new leads are the ones that are typically seeing the conversion content, as long as you are constantly generating new leads, you have to think that that lead, it's just almost like it starts over every day, where if it's perpetually your lead pool is being filled up, then there's new people coming into the audience all the time. They're going to see that new content. What we try to look at if we feel like maybe the videos aren't working as well is something called a frequency metric. Facebook has that data point, and it will show us how many times people in the audience have seen the video content. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. That means the same person has seen the same video multiple times. And so if we start to notice that the frequency is getting to like a 6, 7, 8, 9, it's probably time to change the videos. But again, it goes back to your budget based on how much you're spending. We've seen people that spend a lot of money and still only have to change their videos out every 6 to 8 weeks. So I don't think there's a huge rush, and it's not like you're creating content every single day. So I hope that answers your questions. If there's no more questions, I'm going to jump in and show you how to build this setup right here inside of Witly. Okay, so click over here. So this is the Witly account. You're welcome, Amanda. So when you first log in, again, this is specifically talking about building a remarketing campaign to new leads from any lead source. So let's assume that we go into our contact section here, and I go over to my list. And as I have leads coming into Witly, I want to make sure they're being put, that they're going into a custom audience. So I'm going to use this new lead list right here with Wise Agent. And I'm going to click this little Facebook icon. And I'm so sorry that there's so many ad accounts that you're seeing right here. We have access to a lot of them. And I want to create a custom audience in that Facebook ad manager. As you saw, all I had to do is click the button, and then it's actually already been updated. So once it's created, as I add people to it and as I take people off of it, the audience automatically updates, which is super efficient because that's not currently how Facebook is set up. And then I want to create my second custom audience for past clients. So I'm going to click the Facebook icon so I can make sure that the audience is created. Again, finding the right ad account, and then that audience has already been updated as well. So now I have my new lead list. As new leads come in, I can set up the lead conversion content, and then I have my past client list that I can make sure that's just getting more of the value stuff. So then I'm going to go into the Facebook ads section here, and I'm going to click view. And then I'm going to go to the page that I'm advertising on, and you can choose obviously any page that you want. And then I'm going to go to the ad account that I'm wanting to set these video ads up in. So the first video I want to set up is a lead conversion video. As Facebook gets opened here, as Facebook gets open here, I can go to create new video ad or create new ad, and then I can name it. So let's call this conversion video 1, and I'm going to put test in here so we know to delete this. And I just want to spend $1 a day on this video. I want to get people to watch it, so I'll click get video views. And then the special housing category is already checked, so I'll click next. And then here, I'm going to write my ad copy. So let's say, do you know the difference between pre-qualification and pre-approval for buying a home? Watch this. Okay, so my ad copy is written there. I can choose a thumbnail image for the video, which is just like a secondary headline that I get to grab their attention with. And then I can choose the video that I want to use, which is this one. And then if I want to add a call to action, I can. Otherwise, I don't really have to. And then I will go hit next. And so when I get in here, I want to choose the new lead list that I set up. So I would go here, I can click new leads, and then any audience you have set up in your Facebook ad account will pull in here. So if you have other audiences you want to attach it to, you can. But I got the new lead list here, so I'm going to hit submit. So now the video is set up, the ad copy is written, the audience is set. I'm going to go to next. Do I want to run this ad continuously? Yes. Or set an end date. If you want to set an end date, you just click it and then set an end date. But I want to run this ad continuously. And then I click post ad. So what's happening right now is Witly rather, is going into my Facebook ad account and it's building the advertisement for me. So as new leads are coming in, they will start to see this video and it will literally start to follow them around everywhere they go, on Facebook, on Instagram. And Facebook also will display these on something called the Audience Network. So Facebook is connected to over 300,000 websites globally. And so let's say, for example, somebody's scrolling Facebook and they click on a blog they want to read. Well, if they click on that blog and they go to view that page, that's somebody connected to the Audience Network, your video will pop up right inside of that blog. Okay, so that's one example. Sometimes I've had people that are shopping on websites that were outside of Facebook, and my videos popped up. And I have had people that were watching Amazon Fire TV or whatever, and they sent me a video because my video popped up. It really kind of just depends on what website somebody's messing around with, but you get the point. So your videos will show up on Facebook, on Instagram, and they have to be formatted to that, but they will show up as well on the Audience Network. While this is loading, I wanted to ask a question or answer a question. Can I get an example of videos or scripts to help with creating them? Yes, Patrick, when you're working with a marketing coach at Witly, somebody will, we have a library, basically a big folder of videos that people have created in the past that they allow us to share. So if you want to see an example of, an about me video or an educational video or community video or testimonial, we have a lot of examples of content that other agents in other markets have created. Is Witly designed specifically for Facebook ads, or does it function as a CRM as well? Witly does have CRM components. We're not a CRM, we're an advertising platform, so we highly recommend that you have a CRM. But if you need a place to manage your contacts, we do offer that up. If people see my videos outside of Facebook, local market, same other state, won't that be a wasted retargeting fee? Your videos should only be retargeted to people that have become leads of yours. So in essence, really no, Joe, that shouldn't happen unless somebody from out of town is maybe moving and they stumbled across your website. That may be an example, but I would say typically no. Stephanie, yeah, we were saying right now the best piece of content is literally done with your cell phone. So you don't have to have a bunch of professionally done stuff. You can, but you don't have to. So going back to Witly, once it's ready to publish the ad, you'll see a screen that looks like this, which gives you an opportunity to just preview what your ad's going to look like. And then you can hit publish ad. And so when I do that, it'll go to work and start publishing the advertisement itself. And then what we've done by doing that is now we have leads coming in. They're going to start seeing this conversion type content. And that's going to allow us to, this video will literally start following new leads as they come in everywhere they go on the internet. So we would set up 2 or 3 more. Typically we'll set up 2 or 3 videos at one time. So you don't have to constantly like manage this. It's just as new leads come in, they see one video, maybe the next day they see the next, maybe the next day they see the next, and it just kind of cycles through so that those leads are automatically seeing you everywhere that they go, which is really powerful. So now what we want to do, let's assume that we have, we've put out we've got leads coming in, and you know, that whole thing, the video remarketing thing's working. Now we want to set up some ads so that if we've got people in our past client list or our database, Facebook people, you know, whatever, they can start seeing content that's just more like community oriented value type stuff. So what I would do is I would create a new ad, and this, I'm going to call it my community video test 1. I'm going to spend $1 a day, get people to watch my video, hit next, and then this is a community video, help us get more toys for kids in need here in Okay, so help us get more toys for kids in need here in Orlando. This was a video they did about a special toy drive, and we can grab the video that we want to use. So this is just more of like a value thing. This isn't necessarily, hey, come buy a house from me or something like that. It's more or less, we just want to make sure that our content's being shown to everybody that follows us, all of our past clients, all of our sphere of influence, and they can see that we're doing a toy drive or that we are interviewing a community business or whatever that type of video content you created was. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to choose the audience, and then I'm going to go to my past client list now, hit submit, and then go next. I want to run this ad continuously, and then I'm going to hit post ad again. Goes back to now what's happening is Witly is going into my ad account and it's building the advertisement so that I don't have to do it. What we were trying to do when we built Witly was completely oversimplify the ad building process. Had I went into Facebook to build out that video ad, it would have taken me longer to do it. There would have been more things to look for. There would have been more videos. Facebook just went through another UI update, not even like 3 or 4 days ago, which really irks me. But every 2 or 3 months, their stuff changes and you have to relearn how to use the platform. And we really just got sick of that. We wanted to create a consistent experience. And now what happens in Witly is you can have the same experience every time you log in. And then Witly, behind the scenes, we're constantly updating our integration with Facebook so that everything works the way that it's supposed to. So you're not having to log in and relearn and log in and relearn and do all those things all the time. You can just rely on Witly to update those things on the back end. You have a consistent experience, and that's really powerful. And when this video gets ready to go, as you see here, we get a preview again of what the ad's going to look like. I can go here and hit publish ad. And then now I've got this content that is being ran. And so what I love about this is this. This is the most efficient process on planet Earth for running and managing advertisements, because now it just manages itself. Witly is doing all of the work in the back end. It's updating the audiences. It's showing the video ads to the right groups of people. It's making sure that you're converting more leads. It's making sure that you're getting more referrals. And oh, by the way, this also applies if you're wanting to do geo farming to a specific area, if you have seller data, if you're wanting to recruit real estate agents to your company, if you're a lender and you're trying to work with agents, there's so many different applications for this. But again, at the end of the day, what I love about this is I just led a 30-minute training on the types of videos to create. And then I led a 10-minute how-to section on setting up the ad. I was explaining to you all how to do it as I did it. It literally takes 90 seconds to build a video ad in Facebook now because of Witly. And then once it's done, the platform just manages it so that you don't have to. And you don't have to pay somebody $1,500 a month to manage it either. So your savings is just insane. We were written about in Forbes around the time that Witly launched, and they said Witly allows you to market more efficiently from a cost standpoint without sacrificing on quality. All we did is we took years of training and years of marketing agency work, and we built a software platform that just does it all for you now. You just literally upload the video content, make sure that the audiences are set right, and then it goes and it does all of that work for you. And this is the type of experience that you create so that you convert more leads that come in. We're seeing 2, if not 3 times the conversion rate for our Witly users versus people that don't do remarketing, and you can generate more referrals because, and I always ask this question kind of snarkingly, like, do you think that if more people in your database see you every day, you'll do more business or less business? Typically the answer is more, because you've got your past clients, your sphere of influence, your followers, everybody's seeing you every day. And that allows you to stay top of mind so you can generate more referrals. And so this is the process we want to help set up. So guys, today I wanted to help you understand types of videos you could create to convert more leads, types of videos you could create to generate more referrals, and then how to set it all up to manage itself inside of the Witly platform. I know I didn't go, build like 3 ads and for conversion and 3 ads for this and all that, but the idea was that you walked away with some great simple video ideas, because you really only need to go create 3 videos. If you're trying to create a remarketing campaign right now, video 1, about me, introduction, 90 seconds. Who are you? Why do you do what you do? Why do you like to help people? Video 2, education. Take the number 1 question you've been asked over the last 90 days, the most amount of times, and create a video about it. 2 minutes. Like literally, it doesn't have to be long. If your videos are 1 to 5 minutes, that's perfect. If you record them on your cell phone, that's great. Create a video about the process. And then testimonials. Get somebody to share their experience working with you. Video 1, introduction. Video 2, education. Video 3, testimonial. And then if you want to get more referrals, interview people in your community and literally just promote that content to your entire database so you can stay top of mind. I don't know anywhere right now, anywhere or any other way that I could literally live in front of my customers for dollars a day. Like I really don't know of another place. And so it's really powerful. And if you do that, you'll build a system that, again, allows you to convert more than you've ever converted and get more referrals than you've ever gotten. That's the hope. That's the goal. So hit me up in the chat. Was this valuable for you today? Did this create a little bit of clarity? Do you see how maybe Witly could make your life a million times easier? I would love to know. And then we have some questions that I'm going to go ahead and get to that have come in. Do you have examples of videos taken from your phone, though? Yes, Stephanie, we have examples of people that have done videos from their phone. How long does it take to get these ads approved and later stopped when you're ready for a change? As you saw, Amanda, it took me just a few seconds to create the ad. Facebook says that it can take 24 to 48 hours to get an ad approved. Usually it just takes a couple of hours, especially when there's simple ads like this. And then the second you turn an ad off, it goes off. So if you want to change it, you just turn it off and then you set up a new ad. Hopefully that answers the question. Can this be used for a new ad that finds a standard 15-mile radius instead of my current lead base? Joe, yes. If you want to target market a generic audience, we have the audience pre-built for you that we know works the best if it's outside of your lead base. So yes, it would be the standard 15-mile radius real estate audience that we usually use, but you can do that. Where does content get retargeted to? Their website, blogs, YouTube's? The content is being remarketed on social media. So Facebook, Instagram, and the audience network are the 3 main displays where that's going to go. If somebody pulls up Facebook, they're going to see a video of you. Somebody pulls up Instagram, they're going to see a video of you. Somebody pulls up a blog that's connected to Facebook, they're going to see a video of you. So it's being shown where your users are going back to social media every day. Joe, great. Stephanie, super helpful. Linda, yes. Love you all. I appreciate you so much. Very helpful. Totally awesome information. Love it. Thanks, Grant and the team. Yes, was very helpful. Awesome. What if old clients need to know how to reach me? Can I put my website in the form? So you're not necessarily putting a form there. It's really just putting out content. You'll notice people engage you, likes, comments, shares. You'll notice people will send you messages. Some people that know you already have your contact information. They'll email you, they'll call you, they'll text you. And then you can add a call to action as well. So if you wanted to put your website on there, you could. Martha, awesome. To be clear, you already have pre-built audiences inside of Witly. Yes, we do. Do I have to manually enter contacts into the user list? I have Witly leads, but they're not in that section. If you will reach out to support, Beverly, they can help clarify there. I'm a visual guy, so I would need to see your problem, but typically they can just import everybody to a list without you having to manually import, but there's some nuance. So Beverly, if you'll reach out to support, we'll make sure that you have some clarity there and everything's done the right way. Is there a frequency number to shoot for? Not really. You know, obviously you don't want the same people seeing the same stuff over and over and over and over again. So we like to, when we start to see the 4, 5, 6 frequency metrics, it's like, hey, it's time to change this video out because these people are just seeing the same stuff every day. That's kind of been my rule. It's always worked. I'm sure it probably could apply to you all the same. Does this system use your Facebook ad account or my account attached to my business page? It uses yours. We don't do anything in our Witly ad account. When you connect your Facebook account to Witly, which takes like 60 seconds, it automatically pulls in every Facebook ad account that you're attached to, and then you can work out of whichever ad account that you want. So you're building everything in your ad account. You're not having to worry about, doing it in ours. We don't want any of those blurred lines. We want you to just do it in your own account. All right. So I think I've answered all the questions just about as fast as they came in. I thank you all so much for spending some time with us today and helping us understand this process. If you are a Witly user already, I hope you understand exactly what the path is. If you need any help, please reach out to your marketing coach. You can book time to meet with them, and they will make sure that you have more insight into your strategy and what types of videos to create and have examples. And then our support team, if you need any help setting this stuff up, if you want us to jump in and set it up for you, you can at any time say, hey, I want to go hands-free. And if you do that, there's a one-time setup fee, but we will actually build your audiences, set up your video ads. You don't even have to touch anything in Witly. We'll just go in there and set everything up for you. It's a one-time investment of $497. We'll get everything set up so you don't even have to touch it if that's what you want to do. If you will DM me, if you send me a message right here on Zoom, I'll connect with you, or Dylan, who is also on here, will connect with you. That's one way. If you message support@witly.net and say, I want to go hands-free, they can get you set up with a hands-free setup. If you DM me on Facebook, DM on literally any way that you feel like contacting me, you can do that. Say, hey, I want to go hands-free, and we'll jump in and we'll get everything set up for you. Linda, your marketing coach is Jalen. If you'll reach out to support, they can help you get a meeting set up with your marketing coach if you would like. Hands-free option. If you want to go hands-free, you want us to jump in and set all this stuff up, all you have to do is let one of us know at the company. Like, you can literally tell anybody, I want to go hands-free, we'll get it done. If you do not have a Witly account and you are interested in creating one, I'm going to pull up my screen one last time here for you. And Witly.net/pricing. All you have to do is go to the Witly website, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see, if you go to the Witly website and then you scroll down, you'll see the different plans that you can choose from. And most people start at our $297 a month plan. Like I was saying earlier in the training, if you went to interview a marketing agency to do all of this stuff for you, they would charge you $1,500 a month plus your ad spend. But because our software is doing all of the work, we can pass all of those savings back to you so that you're not having to do it. So if you want to get started with us, I highly recommend the Pro plan. It's $297 a month. You can add up to 3 users. So if you have an assistant or another agent on your team, or you're wanting to add people to it, a lender, whatever you want to do, you can add those people. You can run an unlimited number of ads, and then each user gets a marketing coach. So you get somebody that you can meet with as often as you would like that will help you understand what your strategy should be, how to market your listings, how to generate leads, what your videos should be about, what your ad copy should be. You can literally get marketing support for anything that you need related to Facebook advertising. And so you can meet with that coach as often as you would like, and then you get support anytime you want. You just click this little chat icon down in the bottom right corner, and within a few minutes, somebody is available to help answer a question or make sure that you literally never get stuck doing any of this stuff. We want you to have an incredible experience, and that means you're spending as little amount of time as possible doing marketing and all of your time generating new clients. So if you want to create a new account, the rest of this stuff is more CRM stuff. Most people use this as an advertising platform, not as a CRM. And so we recommend that you already have a CRM unless you just don't want to. All you have to do is go click start trial and then decide if you want to pay monthly or annually. If you pay annually, you get 2 whole months free. So you save about $600 a year. You can take a 2-week free trial and just try the platform out and try to do it on your own. If you skip the free trial, which most people do, you get immediate access to that marketing coach. We do reserve the coach's time for paying clients, which is important to understand. But if you have a paying account, you can access them as often as you'd like. If you skip the trial, you get immediate access to them. It's the first call we put you on. And then all you have to do is just enter some basic information. And then on the next page, you hit your credit card information, you get a receipt, you get your temporary password, and you get a link to go ahead and book your first coaching call. If you want to sign up for a Witly account, you can sign up. If you want to sign up and go hands-free, all you have to do is tell your coach that you want to go hands-free, and we'll know what that means. We'll get everything set up for you. But it's really easy to create an account. If there's anybody on here that says, hey, Grant, can you help me create an account right now? I'm available for another 10 or 15 minutes. I can jump in and help 2 or 3 of you create an account. Dylan is on here as well. If you want somebody to jump through right now and help you create an account, if you're uncomfortable just going to witly.net and doing it on your own, we're available to help you do that. If you want to go hands-free, you can message in the chat, and you can even message privately so that we know to do that. But I would highly recommend, no matter what, you create video content so that you can convert more of your leads, and you create video content so you can generate more referrals. I'm not joking when I say that video remarketing is our secret weapon. It's literally what allows us to convert more than anybody else in the market. And we're seeing proof, case study, success story, nonstop from people that are implementing it and converting more leads than their competitors. Because again, the average lead is shared amongst 9 people, 9 agents. So how are you going to stand out? If you can't get people to call you back, if you can't get people to text you back, if you can't get people to open your emails, how are you going to get in front of these people? Dynamic video remarketing has proven to be the answer. And so if you're considering creating an account with us, we got one goal when you start, and that's getting you to millionaire status. You sell $1 million of real estate with Witly, you make about 30 grand. That's awesome. But we're going to put your name on a big plaque. That's literally like a $250 award. It's kind of expensive, but we want to celebrate this, because if we can help you sell $1 million of real estate, we can help you sell $100 million of real estate. Our goal is to find those markers of predictability and help you really grow and scale your business. And we've had a lot of success doing that. So I really look forward to interacting with you all. I'm gonna stay on for just about another 3 to 5 minutes. If you want to create an account, just let me know. If you have questions, let me know. Now's the time to ask them, because we're all about to jump off here. But otherwise, I appreciate you all so much, and really appreciate the opportunity to jump on here and lead a training with you. Hope you got a ton of value from it. Seen a lot of thumbs up, so that means the world to us. We got another training coming next week. It's going to be a great one about how to create video content. Like actually how to create it, with your phone or with computer, like how to actually put videos together. So make sure that you mark us down next week. I believe I'd have to look at my calendar. I'm not going to say a time because I don't want to get it wrong, but be looking for announcements because we got them rolling out starting early next week for those. I assume we are given direction on what video strategy to create. Yes. You're literally given a blueprint. Everything that we do is basically copy and paste. We're not saying, well, you could do this or you could do that. We're telling you step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. We're literally giving you the recipe. If you can follow a recipe to bake a cake, I can give you the recipe to go build a successful business. Because that's all we do here is we give you the recipe. You just got to go put in the work to get it all set up. So yes, we can. Yes, 4 p.m. next week. Carly's confirmed. So 4 p.m. next week. Thank you, Carly. 4 p.m. next week, I believe we're doing a training on how to create video content. We got Business Video School that's going to come in here, and they always add so much value. But actually showing you how to create a video with your phone, how to create a video with your computer, how to edit, lighting. They're going to go over all that really cool stuff. So make sure you're with us. And then 2 Thursdays from now, I'm going to come back in and do some training on testimonials, how to create incredible testimonials that you can use to sell more people on doing business with you. Just to be clear, 4 p.m. Friday. Oh, that is a good distinction. 4 p.m. Friday next week, not Thursday. Great. So that's all I got. I appreciate you all. I hope you have an amazing day. Go to witly.net, create your account right now. If you want to go hands-free, let me know. Otherwise, peace.